Hello everyone. We are the Group 9, and our topic is all about HIV/AIDS workers in a workplace diversity. So, let's start. Miss Gisolga.
Genesis of HIV or AIDS effects. The HIV infections in humans came from a type of chimpanzee in Central Africa. HIV stands for Human Immune Deficiency Virus. So it is a virus that causes AIDS. So as HIV grows in an infected person, it damages or kills the specific immune cells, weakening the immune system and leaving the person vulnerable to infections and illness, ranging from pneumonia to cancer. So here are the key facts and statistics. So year 2022, 31.1 to 45.7 million people worldwide are living with HIV. 40.4 million are died from the AIDS since the beginning of the epidemic. So as the end of 2022, 28.9 million people gained access to antiretroviral therapy or ARTS to manage HIV. An estimated 1.3 million individuals worldwide acquired HIV in 2022 infections were reportedly globally. 38% decline in the new HIV infections since 2010 and 59% since the peak in 1995. So, to prevent, the prevention strategies include the condom use, HIV testing, practicing safe, injection, techniques, and the use of pre-exposure prophylaxis. So HIV primarily transmitted through unprotected sexual intercourse, sharing needles for drug use, and from the mother to child during childbirth to breastfeeding.
Hello everyone. I am Aaron Christian James, and I am the one who report this part, which is the HIV/AIDS in a work and workplace stigmatism. What is HIV/AIDS? HIV or human immunodeficiency virus is a virus that attacks the immune system and AIDS. Then AIDS or acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. Ano siya mo ni ang advanced stage of HIV infection, which is characterized by severe damage to the immune system, leaving the individual vulnerable to opportunistic infection and diseases. Then next is HIV/AIDS and a workplace stigmatism. Definition of stigma. Stigma refers to negative attitudes, beliefs, and stereotypes directed toward individuals or groups based on certain characteristic or conditions. Or stigma is a negative perception or societal judgment associated with a particular trait, condition, or group of people, often leading to discrimination, prejudice, or marginalization. In various contexts, stigma can create barriers, hindering individuals from seeking support or fully participating in society. The next is the forms of workplace stigmatism. Avoidance or isolation of colleagues with HIV/AIDS, gossip, rumors, or negative comments about HIV positive employees, unfair treatment, job discrimination, or exclusion. Also, workplace stigma can manifest in various forms, such as discrimination based on gender, race, age, disability, or mental health. It involves a biased attitude, unfair treatment, or exclusionary practices negatively impact employees' well-being and hindering a diverse and inclusive work environment. Addressing and combating workplace stigma is crucial for fostering equality and fostering a positive organizational culture. Then, next is the impact of stigmatism. So, impact of stigmatism diminish self-esteem and mental health issues for affected employees. Reluctance to disclose HIV status, which can hinder access to support and healthcare. Negative effects on workplace miracle and productivity. Also, stigmatism can have profound impacts causing emotional distress, reduced self-esteem, and limiting opportunities for those affected. In workplace, it may lead to discrimination, lower job satisfaction, and hinder career advancement. Additionally, societal stigmatization can contribute to isolation and reluctance to seek help, exa- or exacerbating challenges for individuals dealing with stigmatized conditions or characteristics. The next is legal framework. So, the Philippine AIDS Prevention and Control Act 1998, Republic Act 8504. And our addressing stigmatism is education and awareness programs to dispel myths and misconceptions, encouraging a culture of empathy, respect, and inclusion, implementing clear policies against discriminations and harassment. The next is the effects of stigmatism. So, stigmatism have negative impact on our mental health, barriers to healthcare, economic consequence. And the other side is it reduce disclosure and access to support the impaired work performance. So, stigmatism often referring to the negative social perceptions or prejudices associated with certain traits, conditions, or identities can have various effects like psychological impact. Stigmatized individuals may experience a heightened stress, anxiety, and a sense of isolation due to societal societal judgment. Then next is the social exclusion. Stigma can lead to social isolation and discrimination, limiting opportunities for meaningful connections and participations in various aspects of life. Then next is the reduced opportunities. Stigmatized individuals may face barriers in education, employment, and healthcare, limiting their access to opportunities and resources. Then the last one is the health consequences. Stigma can negatively affect both mental and physical health, potentially delaying or preventing individuals from seeking necessary healthcare or support. And that's all. Thank you.
So now, let's talk about the implementing policies and regarding HIV and AIDS in diversity. So we have here the rule of diversity and inclusion defined. So diversity defined as the range of human differences, and inclusion is the practice of valuing and respecting these differences. So, mean is ang diversity kuno is nag-refer sila sa variety sa human differences, nya while ang inclusion nag-practice of valuing and respecting ani nga differences. So, connection to HIV and AIDS. So, diversity and inclusion play a crucial role in addressing HIV and AIDS by reducing stigma and discrimination, encouraging open communication, ensuring equitable access to support and resources. So we have here the steps to create an inclusive workplace environment. So the first one is education and training. So highlight the importance of training programs for employees and managers to increase awareness about HIV and AIDS, challenge stereotypes and reduce stigma. And the second one is the policy development. So emphasize the need for clear, inclusive policies that prohibit discrimination based on HIV and AIDS status, ensure confidentiality of medical information, provide reasonable accommodations. So that's all for today. So let's proceed to the next reporter.
So I am the last reporter. So let's talk about my topic. So my topic is all about development of workplace policy on HIV/AIDS. So the development of workplace policy on HIV, often referred to as HIV workplace policy, involve creating guidelines and protocols to addressing issues related to HIV, human immunodeficiency virus, in the workplace. So now let's proceed the case step on the development of workplace policy on HIV. So in the development of workplace policy, they have 14 case step and component involved in the development SACS policy. So the first is non-discrimination. So non-discrimination explicitly state that discriminate or harassment based on the employee HIV status is separately prohibited. So kanang non-discrimination is kanang dili na kaangay mo discriminate usa ka tawo or usa ka pasyente nga naay sakit na HIV/AIDS. So that's it, this research and conclusion. So, research and conclusion is greater information on local laws, regulation related to HIV in the workplace. So, dapat mo kanang consult ka sa ka-employee o sa mga HR professional na kanang mga expert na sa batas and healthcare provider to understand their perspectives o sa ilang mga needs. So, the third is confidentiality. So, establish or procedure to ensure the confidentiality of employee HIV and AIDS state and related to information, like example kanang as a manager or employee or a worker, kung ikaw kanang nakinabawan nga kanang tao nga nay sakit na HIV o dapat dili na nimo panabi or i-share sa lain o bisag kinsa pa na bisag kay imo pa ng mga best friend or mga kuan, dapat dili na lang jud nimo kanang i-share or dapat keep secret na lang nimo i-close na lang nimo mouth about dili na kamukuan. Then the fourth is policy objective. So you defend the objective to the policies of preventing discrimination or promoting awareness to providing support, so and ensuring confidentially. So the five is testing and healthcare services. So specific of the company provide access to HIV testing, conclusion to healthcare services, or describe how employee to access their service. So example, kung kanang nga kumpanya na gihatag nga access sa HIV testing, conclusion is the healthcare services. So mga employee pwede na sila makipag-ugnayan sa kanang HR department o gamiton ba na nila ilang mga kumpanya to provide the health insurance para sa ilang HIV testing. So the sixth is education and awareness. So implementing training program to educate employee about HIV/AIDS to transmission prevention of the stigma reduction. So importante kayo ang implementing og ang program about HIV sa kanang para ma-educate or makaibaw ang mga employee about HIV o HIV/AIDS kung saan pag-prevent nga dili siya may spread nga para ma-aware sila if ever nga makasugat sila anang sakit. Then number 7 is internal resources. So internal resources is provide information and internal resources like healthcare services and support organizations. So number 8 is monitoring and evaluation. So implementing machines or monitoring policy complaints and evaluate in effective. So by putting this method into practice, you can conclude whatever policies or being followed deal with any problems that arise and involve how will you complaints program as worker within the organization. So the 9 is in prevention. So encourage safety practice and offer resources, provide socks and assist to condom information. So testing important. So example kanang mga promote kag mga safe na pamagi pareha ng condoms or safety man na siya kanang i-share na nimo sa mga employee or sa mga kuan na ibawan ng mga sweet sa sakit na HIV, imo na lang na i-share na imong ipaibaw nga example kanang mag-sex ka nya kanang dili ka mo use og condom nya kanang lakiya kay na kanang imong kakuan kay na sakit, then wala man nagamit og protect silbi, di ba, kung makikuan ka matakton jud ka na mapasa man nimo ang sakit. So importante jud na mo use ka og control kanang mas importante kay kuan condoms protect din na kay dili makuan ba. Then the number 10 is testing and the support. So provide information HIV testing encourage. So voluntary testing and support. Offer support employee who test positive. So if na activity provide information about testing for HIV, promote voluntary testing among our employee and offer comparison on support ka sa kanang mga tao nga positive ana nga sakit. We am the creator the truth of knowledge environment that promote regular or event to assist to event. So number 11 is accommodation. So outline how the company will accommodate or employee with living the HIV, including reasonable adjustment of living policy. So number 12 is reporting and the complainant product procedure. So defend the process for reporting discriminate or harassment or policy evaluation and ensure that protect employee from relation. So if we have a clearly established process for reporting discriminate abuse or sa mga kanang labag sa patakaran, for example kanang of our organization, so practice so sa pag process designed to protect sa mga employee from any form relation with their race and concern. So the third thing is communication. So the word is communication is clearly communicate the policy or employee and resources they have access to information. Kanang so the last is implementation. So implementation is train manager and employee on the policy provision or expectation. So if we have a present regular training season para sa mga manager employee to ensure that full understand and provision and expectation of the policy.